I want to become a farmer when I grow up because I want to help people who are in poverty so that they can eat food, and also other people. I educate other people how to plant so that they can also earn income. My favorite food is chapati and beans. I love it. I love it because it gives me energy. My magical plant is a tree that has artistic drawings because I love art.
I would want to become a farmer because I would like to it produces income and I'll be able to get like food for every day. My favorite food is biryani because it's really nice and the spices are really amazing. If I were to grow a magical plant, it will be a plant that grants me wishes so that if I want anything, I would go to my tree. Thank you.
The reason I'd like to become a farmer when I grow up is to end the world hunger, and I'd like to eat a lot since I love food. And my favorite food, I'll say for now, will be chapati and mayai. It slaps a lot. And if I could grow a magical plant, I'll grow a plant that just gives me money so that I could get everything. Yeah.
Concentration is the game, keep the rhythm if you can.
Concentration is the game, keep the rhythm if you can.
Concentration is the game, keep the rhythm if you can.
Concentration is the game, keep the rhythm if you can.
Sifa, sifa. Hey, Ivanka, sifa, sifa. Come to Kitengela International School. This is Kitengela Shambani. Yay! Hello, my name is Ivanka and today we are learning about poultry farming.
Hello and welcome to Kitengela International School. Today I'm going to take you through poultry rearing in my farm here in Kitengela, Kajiado County. Welcome kids.
Hello, Expert Joseph.
Yes, please.
I have a few questions that I would like to ask you.
Proceed, please.
First, for how long have you been practicing poultry rearing?
Okay, for information, I started rearing poultry 2 years ago. That is in 2022. That's the time I started rearing poultry. And as you can see, the farm is really expansive. It is big enough and I have very many poultry around here.
Thank you. I have another question.
Yes, please.
For what motivated you to carry out poultry rearing?
As you all know, it is very important for any person living this country, on this world, to take proteins. So poultry is provides us with proteins. It's also a source of income. As you continue learning, you yearn to get money. You can also at some point become a farmer like myself and start rearing poultry. It is really giving a lot of money. If I give you one here, I expect you to give me around 1,000 shillings. So it is really giving a lot of income to me and also to my family.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
Hello, Expert Joseph.
Hello to you. How are you?
I'm good.
Yes.
What food practices do you follow for your poultry?
Okay, you've come at the right time. Actually, as you are arriving, we had just finished feeding this chicken. I have a program that I follow, a practice that I follow. In the morning, I feed them from 7 a.m., between 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. In the afternoon, I feed them between 3 p.m. and 4 p.m. So we've just found that we almost finishing with feeding, but of course, you have just come. Therefore, I'll also involve you in feeding my chicken, so that at least you can know how to practice this.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Hello, Expert Joseph.
Hello to you.
I have some questions to ask you about your poultry.
Go on.
Which type of poultry do you rear?
Okay, as you can see here, I have several poultry. I have broilers, I have layers, and I also what most of the Kenyans prefer. That is, they call it kienyeji, which is most preferred by most of these big people in our country who like to take kienyeji meat that is from chicken. It is very necessary. Therefore, where we are right now, we have broilers. I'll show you another section where we have layers, and also where the other section we have the kienyeji poultry.
I have another question.
Yes, please.
How many birds do you rear in your poultry fold?
Okay, in my poultry farm, I have 1,200 broilers. I also have 1,200 layers and 200 kienyeji poultry.
Thank you for the information.
Welcome.
Hello, Mr. Joseph.
Hello to you.
I have a question to ask you.
Proceed.
What is the size of the poultry farming where you keep the poultry and in land area?
Thank you so much. It is a large stretch of land, as you can see, but the section which I've occupied with poultry is 1/4 of an acre. I've divided this section into different parts where I'm rearing broilers in a certain, and a third of my section I have broilers. The other section I have layers. Then the third section I have the kienyeji poultry.
Thank you. I have another question.
Yes.
Which breeds do you prefer and why?
Okay, we have these white broilers. We also have the brown layers, which I'll show you later. Those are the ones I prefer. And then we have the kienyeji cooks.
Good afternoon, Mr. Joseph.
Good afternoon to you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, welcome.
I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please go on.
What type of bedding material do you use for your poultry?
Okay, as you can see down here, we have some beddings here. Mostly we prefer these wood carvings, also the sawdust, so that because it's readily available. Around here, there are many people who are doing carpentry, and therefore I am able to access these materials easily, and they are available all the time.
I have one more question for you.
Yes, please.
How do you manage housing for your poultry? Kindly describe the facilities.
Okay, the facility where we are right now, if you check, it is highly ventilated. There are sections with a lot of lighting. Anytime you're rearing poultry, you must ensure that that facility is well ventilated. Like for example, you can see it is only like a meter high. It has concrete. Then after that, I've put chicken mesh and also some wire mesh so that I can ensure that my birds are secured from predators. So that's how I'm able to manage my poultry around here and the facilities I have.
Thank you, Mr. Joseph.
Welcome.
Hi, Mr. Joseph.
Hi.
Today I have a few questions for you.
Yes,
The
please.
first question is, how do you manage the health of your poultry flocks?
Okay, thank you so much. As you are coming here to visit me today at Kitengela International School, there are some footbaths near at the entrance of this poultry house. I ensured that every one of you had to step on those footbaths so that at least you can get disinfected. Again, as you know, medication is very expensive at all costs. You realize that to rear this chicken, I need a lot of money in terms of giving them medication, making sure that they are vaccinated. It is very expensive. But for your information, just know that I manage all this because before I started this business, I made sure that I was ready with enough capital to take care of the birds and also to ensure that I rear them under all the required conditions. So all the time I make sure that they are vaccinated. I manage to give them all the medication that they need so that at least they can grow healthy and good for the consumption of my customers.
Hello, Mr. Joseph.
Hello to you. How are you?
I'm good.
Welcome today.
Thank you. I have some few questions I would like to ask you.
Yes.
How do you handle waste management in your farm, in your poultry farm?
Okay, we have what we call the poultry droppings or the chicken droppings. Remember, it is very rich in the farm. So I make sure that the dry one is taken aside. I put it somewhere for farm use. I can as well take the loose one or the liquid one also to a certain section which I can use in my farm later. It is highly nutritive in the soil. Whenever it has been put, the crops do very well. I also have another section where I grow crops you'll also visit and you'll go home with at least a few of my farm produce, so that at least you can enjoy with your family today.
Last but not least,
Yes.
what is your strategy for optimizing egg production in layers or meat production in broilers?
Okay, now that I said I rear both, that is layers, broilers, and also the kienyeji, which is part of produces good meat. This to be, since at this point, you realize that these broilers, I need them to produce meat within a very short time. Within 35 days, they should be ready. So what I make sure is that I feed them with the required feeds that they need in order to grow healthy, strong, and also to grow very fast. So ensure that I feed them with these materials or feeds which they can make them grow within the shortest time possible and be ready for the market. Number two, I also ensure that my layers are well fed. You don't just say, that is why I feed them twice a day. And I have the timings I need to do this, so that at least the egg production is maintained at a high level, or at least at an increasing level as the number of birds increase in this case.
Okay, thank you very much.
Welcome.
Hello, expert Joseph.
Hello to you, how are you?
Fine, thank you. How are
Today you
you?
look happy.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm so happy to be in your poultry farm.
Yes,
But
yes,
I have some few questions to ask you.
Yes.
So, how do you handle the egg collection and storage?
Collection and storage of
Eggs.
the eggs.
Yes.
So I make sure that I have good timings. I need to time when my birds or my chicken lay eggs.
Yes.
You don't need just, they have laid the eggs and they are staying there for 30 minutes, 40 minutes. There are what we call breakages. Therefore, at the end of it all, I lose. So what I do, I have my good timings. I know my layers at this particular time, they lay eggs. So I have employed some people. As a farmer, I've made sure that I have enough manpower to ensure that everything is running smoothly. So these eggs are collected. Immediately they have been laid. Within 5 minutes, they have been cleared from these laying trays, so that at least I can ensure that I have 100% production in my farm.
Thank you. I have another question.
Yes, please.
What marketing strategies do you use for selling your poultry products?
You are very lucky to be here today. This is one of the marketing strategies I use.
Yes.
I invited the KTN Home here, and funny enough, this program will be aired next week or in a few weeks' time. And everybody will learn that there is a person by the name Expert Joseph who is doing poultry farming, and therefore they will visit, they will flock here, and I'll get money. Just, I'll invite you one day when I'll be disposing this chicken to the market. Good money. Money is sweet.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Hello, expert Joseph.
Hello to you.
My name is Ryan Raja, and I have a few questions about your poultry farm.
Yes, Ryan. Thank you.
Thank you. Also, how are you informed about the latest developments in poultry farming?
Thank you. As a farmer, you have to network very well and know what is happening outside your farm. So I go for trainings, even outside the country, on how well I can practice this poultry farming, and it is really doing well. I attend those seminars. I do research online. I also listen to programs and watch programs on TV, which are really helping my farm to grow.
Hello, Expert Joseph.
Hello to you. How are you?
Today, I'm good, thank you. Today, I
Yes.
have two questions for you.
Yes, please.
Firstly, how do you manage the process of breeding and hatching in your poultry farm?
Okay. Here, as you're able to walk around, I made sure you walked around this poultry farm. We don't have a hatchery where we can get the chicks, but I usually buy them when they have been hatched. So in the next section here, just after this section where we have these broilers, there is a section where I have newly hatched chicks, which I just buy direct from the hatcheries, and they have been doing very well. So I don't have sections where I can have the eggs, then they are hatched. Number two, for breeding, like the kienyeji chicken, we don't have breeding here. So the cocks which are grown and they ready for breeding, we just sell them, or we can just use for family use or consumption.
Lastly, do you have any specific goals or future plans that you'd like to improve in your poultry farming?
Thank you. I have very big plans. My plan is to increase from a quarter an acre to about 1 acre of this farm. I need to rear about 30,000 birds in this section of the farm. I have a very big land which I can utilize on this. That is one of my plans, to have around 30,000 birds in this unit and also employ more people and also export my eggs and also the meat from this chicken.
Thank you for your time.
Welcome. Thank you, kids, for visiting today. I hope you've learned something from our farm here in Kitengela International School. After the break, I'm going to show you how to take care of these birds so that at least you can learn something new which you can practice at home after you close schools. Thank you. See you then. Welcome back from the break. I'm now going to take you through care practices or management practices which I practice around here in my poultry farm. One of the things I do to make sure that my birds or my chicken are living well, healthy, growing, I make sure that I feed these birds. So for these broilers here, I use finisher fillets, and here we have, boys and girls, this is what we call the finisher fillets. You can have this metallic feeder and check how finisher fillets appear like. These are what we call the finisher fillets, as you can see. Very healthy. It makes them grow very fast and strong and also produce good meat. You can hold this one for me. Now I want you to bring it to these birds so that at least they can feed. This one, this. Immediately you place it there, you don't need to keep on pushing the birds or making them move towards that feeder. They'll feed by themselves. As you can see, this one has already started feeding. So after feeding, these birds require some water. So what do I use? I have these plastic waterers here, like this one here. Why am I suspending them here? To avoid the water from spilling off to this particular ground, so that at least they are safe from moist ground. And then you find that they are growing very well. So I have to water them at least twice a day, so that at least I make sure they remain hydrated. Also the feeding is done twice a day so that they grow healthy and strong. After that, I also make sure that this particular section, as you can see, I mentioned earlier that my house here, my chicken house, is highly ventilated. Boys and girls, when you come close here, come please. I want you to look at something here. There are two types of wires here. I said the wire mesh is not enough. Why not enough? Because you need your birds to be secured. Therefore, you need some security. Therefore, what do we use? Chicken wire, so that you can secure your birds from parasites or predators, that is. So your birds are very safe, but the wire mesh ensures there is enough lighting, there is ventilation, air is entering in, so that because you know they produce, their droppings produce some smell. Therefore, they need that fresh air all the time. Then, how often do I need to clean this particular house for these chicken birds? You realize here we have the broilers, and therefore there is no way I'm going to sweep. We don't sweep. What we usually do here, we rear these birds, feeding them, watering them. For the period of time I'm going to maybe sell them or give them to some people who need to maybe take them as their meat. Therefore, at that particular time, but if there is increased amount of these droppings, which is already mixed up with the wood shavings, I come with a fork jembe. Then I lift these droppings together with the wood shavings. That is the beddings I use here, the wood shavings, which I get from the nearby carpentry shop. You have seen there is a carpenter around here. So anytime he has done with his wood work, I go there with my sacks together with my strong men and the ladies around here. We carry those sacks. I'll also show you how to bring them to this particular area, which are we going to use as beddings. You can practice this at home. Is it fun? Yes. Yeah, it is fun, and you are going to enjoy when you go back home. So that is how we do the cleaning. At least when the birds have grown, they are heavy enough, they have gained the weight I need, because their lifespan is very short. You can't rear them for more than 40 days. If you do so, then because of the heavy weight, as you can see, most of them are lying down. Why? They are very heavy. At least you can hold one and feel how heavy it is. Yes, come closer here. You can hold one. That's around how many kilograms? 5 kgs, 2 kgs. Yeah, Lynette, you can hold it. This is how we hold chicken. Just wait. You hold the legs with your right hand, then you support this part. The bird will be very comfortable, it will be not moving here and there. Yeah, just hold like this. It's also healthy for it to show some movements. You can come and hold yours. You can catch yours, Alvin. Like this. Yeah. Hold the legs here. Then you support the chest here. Don't need to hold the wings. Many times you see some farmers mishandling birds, especially chicken. You meet somebody holding the chicken by its wings like this, and then he's carrying to the market. That is very wrong. Boys and girls, when you become a farmer, you hold your chicken like this. They'll always be free from stress. They'll be very comfortable. They'll grow healthy, strong, and very heavy. But if they are stressed, anytime they see you, they start running away. That's why you can see my birds are very docile. Not that they are docile, but because they are used to that atmosphere, that particular atmosphere around my farm. Nobody is after them, nobody is stressing them. That is very important. Now, when you hold these birds, there are some things you need to check. Is it healthy? If it is healthy, it is working, it doesn't show any signs or symptoms of sickness, you also need to inspect it. So I want us to assist each other in inspecting this chicken. I want to see how you do it. I want you to see how you inspect it, so that at least I can guide you on the right way. Oh, let me get mine, then I can show you. So, for example, I've suspected this chicken here it is like it is sick. I need to inspect and check, are there any fleas, anything? As you can see, my chickens are always very clean because I take care of all the parasites. I make sure that at least I control all the parasites. This is how you inspect chicken. You check like this. You open this wing like this, you check. You turn on the other side, ensuring that they are very safe. Let us observe here before we do. We check on the other side like this. You can see it is very clean. Yes, very clean. If your chicken or your poultry is as clean as these ones, then you can conclude that you have really controlled the particular parasites which you can find in this particular area. Let's now try and do it. Let's do it. Let me see how you're going to do it. Are they clean? Yes. Very clean. So I want to gift somebody today. Now this one is around 1.5 kilograms. So I'll gift Lynette and her friend so that at least they can go home, slaughter it and enjoy with their family. So that next time when you're at home, you can at least practice this kind of farming. But because we are continuing the session, I'll give you later. So let us come this way. Yeah, you can place it there. It is not going to disappear. They are very okay. They are comfortable. Their walking is also not, they are not that comfortable. They can't walk for long. What do you think is the reason? Yes, Lynette? They are too heavy. Yeah, they are gain weight very fast. And therefore, that is why they can't even manage to stay here for very long period of time. Therefore, that is why we clear them after around 35 days. They are ready for eating. And I'm very sure, because I'm a supplier of chicken to your school, you are feeding on this chicken. How are they? Which days do you take chicken? Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday. Then you are in a very prestigious school. I need to visit your school and at least enjoy a meal with you. So there is also lighting. You must ensure that you light. Unfortunately, today we are experiencing a challenge with power outage. Therefore, we're not able to light here and see how lighting at least assists in this. But fortunately, because of the proper ventilation in this particular house, as you can see, there is a lot of light coming in. Therefore, my birds are very safe. They are not in a dark room, and that's why it has to be, I said, in any poultry farm, or that is a poultry house, it has to be concrete 1 meter from the floor or the ground. We can see here, it is 1 meter. From this point here, let's come and see. From here to here, it is completely concrete, as just on the other side. Why do I do so that? So that at least I can ensure that there is no much dampness in this particular area. Therefore, the birds are secured. There is also not much wind blowing towards these particular birds. But just after the 1 meter, we have the wire mesh and this chicken mesh. Therefore, that's why you find it very well lit. And that is how I said I am able to control the parasites and also ensure that there is proper ventilation in this particular area. As I mentioned earlier, for my birds to be secure also, when you are entering, there is something we did at the entrance. What did we do? Yes, we disinfected our feet. What did we do? We disinfected by dipping our shoes, the soles, in the foot baths. That is the rule number 1 in this particular section. And that's why my birds are healthy, they are strong, and the workers around here, they have to follow that routine so that at least our birds can be good and secure. So after all that, you find that because I have the layers, of course, what do layers give us? Sorry? Eggs. Do you enjoy eggs? Yes. Who doesn't take eggs here? Because I want to give you at least 2 each today so that at least you can enjoy. I'll tell my worker there to give you at least 2 eggs each today so that at least you can go home, take these eggs. What do they provide us with, the eggs? Not chorus. Maybe some of you know, others don't know. Yes? Proteins. They give us protein. So you make sure that at least you feed on an egg daily. This week I'm going to promote you for how many days? 2. You take an egg every day. So here today I have just collected the eggs from my layers. Okay? We feed these layers with what we call layers mash. Why do we feed this chicken with layers mash? So that at least we can get enough eggs and the production rate is very high. So at least you can see the eggs are of high quality. They are of high quality. It is also heavy, meaning that the yolk is big enough and it is ready for your consumption. And I sell around 100 eggs in a day. That's a lot of money. And I sell my eggs at 25 shillings per egg, or a crate is going for 600 shillings. Therefore, you can see how easy you can make some money when you start this poultry farming. How many are ready to start? Wow. We come for guidelines. I'll assist you. Go through all this and you'll find it very easy, and also you'll gain a lot of money. And at the end of it all, you'll come back carrying some roasters so that at least we can feed on together, and appreciate me for teaching you today on how to rear chicken. Yes. So thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you so much. I hope you're going to practice this. Really? Yes. I'll visit your farms very soon. Thank you very much. I've just taken you through care practices or management practices of my poultry here in my poultry farm. See you again. Thank you.